Caritas News on the Go, the Social Action Network's news and public affairs online show featuring national newsmakers and our team Caritas from the 85 social action centers nationwide. Live at Caritas Philippines social media channels, Fridays 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Caritas News on the Go.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the new episode of Caritas News on the Go. I am Jean Ray Henderson. Patuloy po ang monitoring na ginagawa ng humanitarian team ng Caritas Philippines sa pagdating ng bagyong Mawar upang mas siguro na nakahanda tayong magbigay ng anumang tulong na kinakailangan o kakailanganin ng ating mga social action centers na posibleng daanan nito. Para po sa mga impormasyong gusto ninyong ipaabot, huwag po kayong mag-atubiling magbigay ng mensahe sa ating mga social media platforms. Sa ating mga balita from the Swiss Alps, we joined the Rescue Glaciers campaign of Fast in Action and several other climate groups in Switzerland. Bernd Niles, Director of Fast in Action, shares with us how important are the glaciers not only to the whole ecosystem of Switzerland but to their culture as well.
Hello everybody, my name is Bernd Niles. I'm the Director of Swiss Land and Fund, Fast in Action in Switzerland. And we work since many years with partner organizations in the Philippines and also in other 13 countries in the world, mainly in development, cooperation, human rights, and also on the impacts of climate change. And we were today here at the Monterrach Glacier in Switzerland, and we organized this activity with 150 people hiking up into the hills because Switzerland is losing its glaciers, and this is changing our landscape, our nature tremendously. Glaciers, Switzerland is famous for glaciers and at the Alps, and here these mountains, by losing ice, it's not only that our cultural heritage we are losing, we also have water stress, we face more drought, and we have mountains that collapse because inside is normally the ice holding the rocks and the mountains together. So we have here major impacts in our country, but we also know that not only in Switzerland but also all over the world glaciers are smelting. In the world we have 200,000 glaciers, and they serve 1.6 billion people, 20% of the world population, with drinking water. So when this here happens all over the world, humankind will have a major problem with access to water. And this we hear more and more from colleagues also from Nepal, from Laos, from Latin America, that there's more and more water stress. And I'm fully aware from Fast in Action, because we work a lot with colleagues in the Philippines, that in your country you are also heavily impacted by climate change, and we in our work we try to help with adaptation measures to help you adapting to climate change, but also we want to fight with you for climate justice, to really get governments to phase out fossil fuels and to allow us to have a future where humankind can survive, your families and people in your country, but also here in Switzerland.
ANC urged the Swiss people to participate in the June 18 elections to favor the ratification of the climate protection law that will enable Switzerland to bring to zero their net carbon emissions by 2050.
We organized this event now in May 2023 because in only few weeks, on the 18th of June, all Swiss people are invited to vote on a new law. That's a big tradition in our democracy, that everybody can vote yes or no on a new law. And the next vote is about the new climate law. And if we get a yes, if the Swiss majority will vote for this law, then Switzerland will phase out fossil fuels from oil and gas and coal and will enter a new age of renewable energies and will try to become climate neutral by 2050. 2050 is late, but it's the fastest result we could get. We from Fastenaktion, we feel it should be even faster. So when we have this new law, things will get better, but together with you and many other people in the world, we will fight together to get even better laws and stronger phasing out of fossil fuels in the Philippines and in Switzerland.
In the Philippines, we are continuing and strengthening our ecology campaigns, particularly on just energy transition. After Caritas News on the Go today, a webinar on the Philippine gas industry development bills and their implications on climate power rates and just energy transition will be happening. Also, on Monday, May 29, 2023, Caritas Philippines and Caritas Internationalis or Caritas Asia will collaborate to conduct a Caritas regional webinar on integral ecology, focusing on the conduct of green audit and an orientation on how to establish a green protocol to concretize the ecological advocacies of the dioceses, the national Caritas organizations, and its partners. The webinar will be live streamed at Caritas Philippines social media platforms. This is the first collaboration of Caritas Philippines with the Caritas Asia Working Group on Ecology.
Caritas News on the Go, the Social Action Network's news and public affairs online show featuring national newsmakers and our team Caritas from the 85 social action centers nationwide. Live at Caritas Philippines social media channels, Fridays 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Caritas News on the Go.
Simula nung nag-umpisa tayo, meron na po tayong 537 AF scholars mula sa 12 dioceses. Sa Luzon, meron tayo sa Bontoc, Lagawe, Ilagan, Infanta, Libmanan at Tarlac. Sa Visayas, meron tayo sa Capiz at Dumaguete. At sa Mindanao, meron tayo sa Cotabato, Isabela de Basilan, Kidapawan, Marawi at Hulo. Ako si Bernadette Biagta ng Team Caritas Philippines, nagpapasalamat at muling umaasa sa inyong suporta para sa kinabukasan nila, ng kanilang pamilya at ng ating bansa. Sa inyong ihahandog na kagandahang loob, ang pangarap nila ay maipagkakaloob. Kaya patuloy na magmalasakit, magbahagi at mag-alay kapwa.
Maraming salamat po sa mahigit 60 milyong pisong donasyon for 2022. Upang mas lalong mapagsilbihan ang ating mga kababayan, Caritas Philippines continues to improve our financial management policies and standards. Sa ating pagiging masinop, umabot tayo ng mahigit 3 milyong Pilipino na naabutan ng ating tulong na kanilang magagamit sa kanilang pagbangon at pagpapatibay ng kanilang mga pamilya at komunidad. Ako po si Eden Rosbacay Solarte ng Team Caritas Philippines. Inaanyayahan po namin kayo na patuloy na magmalasakit, magbahagi at mag-alay kapwa.
Caritas News on the Go, the Social Action Network's news and public affairs online show featuring national newsmakers and our team Caritas from the 85 social action centers nationwide. Live at Caritas Philippines social media channels, Fridays 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Caritas News on the Go.
Noong Habang tayo po ay nasa Switzerland, binisited ng Caritas Philippines ang ilan sa mga Filipino communities doon upang mangumusta sa kanilang mga kalagayan. Matatandaang naging pangunahing trabaho noon ni Father Tony Labiao, kasalukuyang Executive Director ng Caritas Philippines, ang magbigay ng tulong at anumang serbisyong kinakailangan ng mga overseas Filipino workers sa Europa.
So we are now in the Filipino community here in Maria Lourdes Parish. It so happened that we have a celebration of the Mass in solemnity of the whole Ascension of the Lord. And this is a good opportunity for Caritas Philippines to connect with our Filipino community here in Zurich. So hopefully we can develop and nurture this kind of partnership, with the Filipino communities in Europe. So this is a good asset, also for Caritas to have a connection, to have a partnership with fellow Filipinos abroad. So many of them have relatives also in different parts of the country, and in times of need, these Filipino families and communities here, not only in Zurich, not only in Switzerland, but other countries in Europe, can help us in responding to any need that will come in the country.
Sinamantala na rin natin ang pagkakataon upang makapagpasalamat sa ating mga kababayan sa kanilang palagiang tulong sa mga panahon ng disaster, lalo na nang sumalanta ang Super Typhoon Yolanda sa central regions ng Pilipinas.
So we would like also to thank all our communities here, Filipino communities here, not only in Zurich but in the whole Europe, who've been part and who contributed a lot to the rehabilitation and the recovery of our many families and communities hit by Typhoon Haiyan.
This November 8, we will be commemorating the 10th anniversary of the Super Typhoon in Tacloban with high-level events, including a Thanksgiving with Caritas International's member organizations and all the other partners we have had during our recovery and rehabilitation programs. Kaya't panatilihin pong nakatutok lamang sa social media platforms ng Caritas Philippines para sa mga updates. Samantala, patuloy po ang implementasyon natin ng Lupa at Lambat Project sa Barangay Diamanen, Dipakulaw, Aurora kasama ang Team Caritas Infanta. Si Kuya Renel Barsatan ng Alay Para sa Kabuhayan ay nagbigay diin kung bakit natin sinimulan ng proyekto para sa mga dumat.
Ang Lupa't Lambat Project ng Caritas Philippines sa bayan ng Dipakulaw at Barangay Diamanin sa tribo ng Dumagat nagsimula nung wala pa ang pandemic. Ito po ay sa pamamagitan ng may kinalalaman doon sa kanilang mga hanap buhay at buhay ng mga katutubong Dumagat, ay nakita po natin na dapat silang matulungan dahil po ang kanilang mga produkto at ang mga kanilang mga tanim ay nabibili lamang sa murang halaga. So yun po yung naging magandang pagtingin sa tribo para matulungan natin sila. So ang Lupa't Lambat Project ay nasimulan nung nakaraang taon sa buwan ng July. Inuna po natin yung kanilang mga pananim, kanilang mga bukirin na matulungan na maiangat yung kanilang mga kaalaman at mga teknolohiya na ginagamit nila sa kanilang production. So hanggang naglago po yung kanilang mga pananim at ito ay dumami na rin yung kanilang ibinebenta at tinitingnan din natin yung pagbebenta o marketing ng kanilang mga produkto. Ay yun yung pong nakita po natin, ay sinimulan natin sa hanay ng simbahan. Sa hanay ng simbahan, sa simbahan ng Dipakulaw ay nagkaroon tayo ng tinatawag na tiyangge sa parokya. Doon nagsimula yung kanilang marketing strategy at marketing na pagbebenta ng kanilang mga produkto sa mga mass growers sa tuwing linggo.
Inanggit din ni Ms. Charlene Fernandico alay para sa Kabuhayan Program Head na mahalaga para sa Caritas Philippines ang pagkakaroon ng sustainability mechanisms ng mga life initiatives nito upang tuluyang maging stable ang sources of income ng mga partner communities.
Mahalagang maturuan ng sustainability mechanisms ang ating livelihood projects upang tuloy-tuloy ang pagdaloy ng kanilang pinagkakakitaan. Dahil hindi naman habang buhay, nandyan ang mga proyekto natin upang alalayan sila. Kapag kaya na nila at tuloy-tuloy na at sustainable yung livelihood projects natin, pwede na naman tayong makalipat sa ibang communities at doon naman tumulong.
Caritas Philippines also joined the different Catholic Philippines drive organized by the Catholic Relief Services in celebration of the 6th Annual Global Community Day. Here's Kuya Leon Pangilinan, Caritas Philippines Community Officer for the
Kasabay ng pagdiriwang ng Community Day ng Catholic Relief Services at ng Laudato Si Week 2023 ay nagsasagawa ngayon ng cleanup drive sa loob ng compound ng Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines dito sa Intramuros, lungsod ng Maynila.
Yeah, sa CRS tinatawag namin itong Community Day. No, so globally, lahat ng aming mga CRS offices ay may gagawing parang voluntary activity for May 25 particularly. So syempre iba-ibang time zone, no. Pero it's really anything that that links to the broader things that we do, no, at CRS. So kasama na doon yung care for creation is one, which means yung environment. So yun yung ginagawa natin ngayon. Medyo konting tulong para malinis tong ating compound dito sa CBCP. And then at the same time, pagkakataon din para sa mga taga-CRS na magkasama-sama. And also the wider community dito, kasama na ang Caritas Philippines, of course. Magkasama-sama, magkaroon ng connections. Medyo matagal na mga hindi nagkita-kita gawa ng pandemic. So ito yun, isang opportunity to for that. Yeah.
So ito pong araw na to ay isang pakikipag-ugnayan sa Catholic Relief Services na sila yung nangunguna sa ating community clean-up. Ang Caritas Philippines, kasama natin ang mga staff dito sa compound ng CBCP. Tayo po ay sumama para po sa kalinisan ng kapaligiran at tayo rin ay yun din ang pakay natin na sana ay ang ating pag-iingat sa ating kalikasan ay mangunguna dito sa ating sariling tahanan o sariling opisina, na tayo po ay laging nakikipag-ugnay na sana ay ma-maintain po natin yung kalinisan ng paligiran ng ating opisina at saka CBCP compound.
Maraming salamat, Pangilinan. Magbabalik po ang Caritas News on the go makalipas lang ang kailang
Caritas News on the Go, the Social Action Network's news and public affairs online show featuring national newsmakers and our team Caritas from the 85 social action centers nationwide. Live at Caritas Philippines social media channels, Fridays 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Caritas News on the Go.
Ang ganda ng Pilipinas! Nandito sa atin ang Verde Island Passage, ang pinakamahalagang marine biodiversity sa mundo. Ang Lake Cebu ng South Cotabato, ang isa sa pinakaimportanteng watersheds sa bansa. Ang isla ng Palawan, ang last frontier ng Pilipinas. Ang Sibuyan Island, ang itinuturing na Galapagos of Asia, ay hindi rin pahuhuli sa ating listahan. Di ba? Ang ganda ng Pilipinas at napakaswerte natin dahil dito ang tahanan natin. Subalit, paano kung ang lahat ng ito ay patuloy nang nasisira dahil sa kaliwat kanang mining at coal operations, sa banta ng nuclear power operation, mga illegal logging at unregulated fishing, fossil gas expansions, at ang napakarami nating basura? Saan na tayo titira? Saan na titira ang ating mga anak? May pag-asa pa ba? May pagkakataon pa upang maging luntiang muli ang ating tahanan. Ako po si Jean Ray Henderson. Samahan ninyo kami sa Caritas Philippines sa pagtatanim ng mga puno at mga kawayan, sa pag-iwas ng paggamit ng single-use plastics, sa pagbabahagi ng mga kaalaman tungkol sa rights of nature, at sa pagsuporta sa mga advokasiyang nangangalaga sa ating nag-iisang tahanan.
I'll take this opportunity na magpasalamat sa inyo sa mga suporta na binahagi ninyo sa ating programang Alay sa Katugunan sa Kalamidad. Itong nakaraang taon, tayo'y nakaranas ng iba't ibang kalamidad tulad ng Bagyong Odette, Agaton, Karding, Paeng, at may kasama pang lindol. At hanggang ngayon nga, patuloy pa rin ang pagbaha sa iba't ibang parte ng ating bansa. Dahil sa inyong suporta, mahigit kalahating milyon na tao ang ating naabutan ng pagkain, pabahay, kabuhayan, mga kasanayan at iba-iba pang pangangailangan ng mga pamilyang naapektuhan ng kalamidad. Muli, maraming salamat sa inyong pagmamalasakit, pakikibahagi at pag-alay kapwa.
Ang programa ng Justice and Peace ng Caritas Philippines ay nananawagan sa inyong tulong. Kasi itong nangyayari sa ating lipunan, kung magpapatuloy, wala talagang tunay na kaunlaran dahil laganap ang excessive economic, social, cultural imbalances. Kaya nananawagan po kami sa inyo upang maabot natin ang mga ating mga mamayan, lalo-lalo na doon sa liblib na mga lugar, sa ating laylayan, sa ating lipunan. Gusto natin sila ay maabot upang mabago ang kanilang pagtingin at sila ay maengganyo to strengthen their moral and social responsibility upang sila makatulong sa ating pagbabago. Ako si Idil Goyano mula sa Team Caritas Philippines. Naway tuloy-tuloy ang inyong tulong upang magampanan namin ang aming layunin. Salamat at mabuhay kayo!
Caritas News on the Go, the Social Action Network's news and public affairs online show featuring national newsmakers and our team Caritas from the 85 social action centers nationwide. Live at Caritas Philippines social media channels, Fridays 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. Caritas News on the Go.
Back for several years now, Caritas Philippines has been espousing in the country the mainstreaming of safeguarding and protection of vulnerable people against abuse, discrimination, and harassment. When Pope Francis mandated that all dioceses around the world establish their safeguards, one first diocese in the Philippines to heed the order is the Diocese of Novaliches. This week, the safeguarding protocol was launched as one of the diocesan priorities, while the whole document was already shared across the country during the January 2023 Plenary Assembly of the Catholic Bishops' Conference of the Philippines. Kuya Leon Pangilinan comes back for his report.
The Diocese of Novaliches launched its diocesan safeguarding policy on Wednesday at the RCBN Tahanang Pari Renewal Center in Lagro, Quezon City. The policy aims to strengthen the diocese's efforts against abuse and promote safe and supportive environments for children and vulnerable adults in all areas under its authority. The policy also includes a number of measures to support victims of abuse, such as counseling and access to legal assistance. The launch of the Diocesan Safeguarding Policy is a significant step by the Diocese of Novaliches to protect children and vulnerable adults. It sends a clear message that the diocese is committed to creating a safe environment for all.
Actually, nagsimula ang pagbuo nito noong 2005. We started the programs, awareness, promotion of children protection, and then in 2007 we made it as a formal pastoral program ministry in the diocese, for protection of children and women. And through the years, it became into a pastoral care for children and vulnerable adults. And now we made an initial policy on a parish to be child-friendly, and it started there. And then 4 years ago, when another partner came in, a center for pastoral treatment for children victims of social abuse, we put together all our experiences in different centers, parishes, and with the help of our canon lawyer, judicial vicar, Father Jigs, we formulated this policy, and it was launched last December. We made it as a covenant among us parish priests, and we reviewed again the policy, and now it's a launching, and hopefully this will be cascaded to all the 73 parishes, and set up mechanisms, promote, strengthen, and the pastoral care for children and vulnerable adults as a program and as a ministry, and safeguarding will be the expected output of these programs in every parish and communities.
Yes, this is indeed a milestone with the Diocese of Novaliches having the launching of the safeguarding policy. Sabi nga nila, di ba, iilan lang ngayon sa 85 dioceses natin ang meron ito. So this is the, kumbaga, pakonti-konti, pero for sure, marami pang gagawin natin, marami pa tayong ayusin. But then again, sabi nga, this is already a big initiative. This is already a big leap doon sa ating sa diocese. And the challenge now is really going to walk the talk. Yan nga sinasabi ko kanina. And walking this talk is really part of our support mechanism, not only among the dioceses, but also with our staff and volunteers as well.
I have all the respect sa Roman Catholic brothers and sisters, but I think we start from the basics, the biblical, yung panawagan ng ating pananampalataya. And it's plain and simple, na-articulate na ng mga previous speakers. When we're talking about human dignity, when we're talking about human rights, what are we talking about? And when we are talking about the vulnerable, we are talking about predators as well as those who are prey. These are all mentioned in scriptures. And above all, if we are not going to do it, kung hindi natin to gagawin, antayin pa ba natin ang Panginoon na siyang gagawa? Dinigtas na nga tayo eh. The time of salvation has passed in the time of Christ. In the days to come, it is the time for judgment. So mga kapatid, in our watching ating pagkilos, let us understand na ang tagapagligtas, ang kaligtasan ay ginawa na po. Ang susunod na darating ay ang paglilitis, when we will be judged according to our
obligations. Sana isa ito na hindi mawawala sa ating dioceses. Mabuhay po!
Kasi may semblance na po ngayon ng it being operational. Kasi meron po kaming pilot cases or pilot parishes na kung saan na po ito'y nilaunch na. At nakita namin dito ano nga ba yung mga detalye na kailangan namin mas bantayan. At yun nga, ito rin yung nagsasabi sa amin, handa na natin itong i-elevate para ito'y pwede na nating maging operational sa diocese. At yung tingin ko ang plano ngayon. Maging operational sana sa diocese.
Last in our rounds of updates, we finally sealed the more than 5 years of the ongoing partnership with Unilab Incorporated yesterday. Since 2018, we have been responding to disasters, providing medicines to flooded communities, giving out alagang Unilab Christmas boxes, distributing saline vitamin supplements to more than 100,000 children nationwide, and collaborating with other partners to effectively respond to COVID-19. Kasama po natin ang team ng Unilab kahapon at ngayon makakausap din po natin or na-interview natin si Ms. Claire Papa, ang Executive Vice President for External Affairs ng Unilab Incorporated, at narito ang kanyang sinabi tungkol sa partnership with Caritas Philippines.
Mahalaga po sa amin ang pagsasapormal ng partnership ng Unilab Inc. at ng Caritas Philippines sapagkat ang Caritas Philippines po ay naging daan sa napakarami naming proyekto para sa komunidad, at ang pagsasapormal po ngayon ay isa lamang na simbolo ng aming pagpapatuloy sa pagsaserbisyo sa mga nangangailangan sa ating iba't ibang communities. Ang mga proyekto na po na ito ay hindi lamang para dun sa kapag may disaster tayo, kung hindi, ito na rin po ay parang proactive na pagtulong, lalong-lalo na sa mga areas na medyo hirap po ang access pagdating sa healthcare. Ang pagsasama po namin ng Caritas Philippines ay hindi nade-define sa kung ano lang yung mga kailangan gawin. Marami pong pangangailangan ng komunidad, at kasama sa partnership na ito ay yung mga pag-iisip or pag-evaluate ano ba yung mga priorities na kailangan matugunan kaagad base sa mga resources na kayang ibigay ng bawat isa. Importante rin po ito na simbolo na mula sa pribadong sektor at saka sa simbahan. Very important po na realization na hindi naman kaya ng mag-isa lamang yung pagtulong. Kailangan po talaga yung tinatawag nga nila na spirit of bayanihan, yung pagmamalasakit na gusto nating gawin para sa ating bayan. Magagawa po natin to kung sama-sama mula sa iba't ibang sektor yung nagtutulungan. We're hoping na sana itong partnership po namin ay maging daan din para mabuksan yung pinto para sa iba pang mga kumpanya, sa iba pang mga grupo na gustong sumama dito sa ginagawang pagtulong ng Caritas Philippines, kasama po yung kumpanya na katulad namin.
Nasa loob pa rin po tayo ng Laudato Si Week celebration. Patuloy po nating mas paigtingin pa ang pangangalaga sa ating inang bayan. Nananawagan na rin po si Bishop Ambo David, ang Pangulo ng CBCP, na sabay-sabay na nating ideklara ang climate emergency. Pero hindi lamang doon matatapos ang ating mga gawain, kundi sa mas konkretong hakbang ng pagbabago ng lifestyle para sa ating nag-iisang tahanan. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat, lalong-lalo na sa patuloy na tumututok dito sa ating programa at sa lahat ng mga sumusuporta sa mga programa ng Caritas Philippines, lalo na po ang ating Alay Kapwa 7 Legacy Programs. I am Jing Ray Henderson and this is Caritas News on the Go.
Family Farming Project is co-implemented by Caritas Philippines, Caritas Iba in Zambales, Caritas Borongan in Eastern Samar, and Caritas Calbayog in Samar. This year, we reached 700 farming families, including 108 Aita families. The project helps these families gain access to natural farming technologies, markets, and public and private support, improving their consciousness and technical capacities to address the persisting gap between the abundance of natural resources and widespread poverty in all 3 dioceses. I am Charlene Fernandico from Team Caritas Philippines. We invite you to support our food security and livelihoods initiatives through Alay Kapwa.
The Alay Kapwa Community Schooling is a program of Caritas Philippines in partnership with Unilove Foundation, Center for Integrated STEM, Diocese of Novaliches, and Magna Anima Teachers College. Our main goal is to provide education, employment, and skills trainings to our out-of-school youth. We aim to give them a better future with this program. Currently, we have 95 students, 48 junior high school, and 49 senior high school. I am Benjamin Custodio of Team Caritas Philippines. We are inviting you to support out-of-school youth through Alay Kapwa Community Schooling.